Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of The Betrayal of Light. It's been a while, and I seem to have forgotten to reset the totals. But, yeah, tonight we're in for a fun night, and with any luck, we might actually get to some combat. All right. Now, would anybody like to give a recap of what happened last week? We had a lot of solo adventures, and we ended up all together in one location.
I'll do it.
Alrighty.
Your voice cut out. That was really funny.
It almost sounded like a squeak.
No, that actually was my voice. So I'll do it.
It went robotic, but it was funny.
Oh yeah. Well, it's gonna happen.
It's fine.
Anyway. So, all right. So here's kind of how last week went. So the littler one, the littlest one, the 2 foot tall one, he had a hangover, so he was kind of stuck at home most of the day, passed out. And then the big bold one, who's always with him, I guess it's his brother or something, he went to find something to make the hangover go away, so he kind of went that way and then that way and then that way to try to find it. And then the really pretty one, who is socially awkward, went to find an apothecary, I think, some sort of herbalist or something. So they went on that adventure, and then the big blue one was selling soap, and then decided to go on the same adventure with the socially awkward one, and they found what they were looking for. And then who else is there? Oh yeah, the one with the scary helmet. That one. He found armor or something and did a thing and got a dagger for the bold one, I think. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention there. I was too busy drawing everyone at that point in time. By the time they all got back to the house, and then I remember the littlest one put some of this stuff into his cup of tea, and then it bubbled over, so he had to suck the head off of it. Then he started feeling better because whatever it was that they put in the tea and gave him was medicine of some sort, and so he wasn't hungover or drunk anymore. And then we all went to the archives and looked through a bunch of stuff that most of us couldn't read because it's all in Dwarvish. And now we are at a bar, and I just had my favorite soup in the entire world, and everyone else had their own food. And then the socially awkward one decided it would be a good idea to try one of the potions that we don't know what they do.
That's right. And do we remember what happened with the potion? Or did I end it with you take a sip and
I downed it. I didn't take a sip. I took a tiny sip, succeeded something, I think.
Nothing happened, and then you downed it.
Nothing happened.
And then I downed it. And then we ended there.
Okay. So, let me get to this.
Alcohol a day makes the day better.
So you ended up with it was purple with silver fleck, yeah?
I think so. Is it purple or violet?
It was purple with yellow fleck. There's violet, but you chose the purple with silver fleck.
Yes.
Okay. So you down this potion.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mindz, before you go any further, it does have real alcohol in it, right?
Yes.
What does that do to me?
It tastes like a tequila sunrise, and that's for you as a player. In person or in character, you get a little bit of sweetness. You get some sourness, a little bit of bitterness, but it's all kind of balanced fairly well. You have never had alcohol before.
Nope.
It energizes you a little bit, and you start to feel a little funny. It's not a super strong alcoholic drink. And there are very strong alcoholic drinks in this bar. But let me put on the music and I will explain to you what you feel. So in here, you start to feel a little weird. Can't quite tell what's going on. You are looking back at your table of compadres, and everyone seems to be looking at you like, what have you done? Especially the smallest one. You could tell that he's got some kind of, not fear in his eyes, but Valor just has some sort of trauma with this place, especially after drinking something.
Okay.
And as you're looking at him, you start to see his face mold.
Mold?
Yeah, he has this algae start to grow all over his face, starting in small little splotches, but eventually starting to cover his entire face with black. Or it's like a very, very dark green, but it doesn't seem to be reacting to it at all.
Okay.
Do you have any reaction to this?
What about everyone else? But before
Everyone else seems to be just fine. Like, if you're looking from face to face to face, like, everyone just... I mean, even Valor seems to be fine. But now his face is just covered in this almost fuzzy black slime.
Okay. I'm gonna look at Valor. But I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna point it out. But Valor, Noeon is looking at you with the blankest of expressions. There's no curiosity. There's no panic. There's no, like, scolding or anything like that. It is the flattest expression, and if it wasn't for my eyes focusing on you, you'd think I'm just looking past you.
No,
and I'm gonna...
Noeon? Is everything okay?
Yes.
Yes.
And there's a really, really loud, audible swallow.
Okay, so as you are looking at him and Valor, asks you the question, you start seeing sparkles appear kind of above everyone, like in the middle of the air.
Okay.
Only Noeon is tripping ball.
As that happens, I'll stop looking at Valor, and I'm just looking around, and sure everyone can see me, just like my eyes glancing above us. I start looking around, not crazy, like I'm like frantic, but there's definitely this like sense of,
Yeah, and I mean, you see these sparkles, like they literally pulse into existence and then disappear as like fade out. If you've ever seen the like cartoons where they have the bubbles that come up out of somebody's head as they're drunk and then they pop and disappear, it's kind of like that, but these are like twinkles of like glints of light that are just happen to be appearing and disappearing like fireflies just above everybody, somewhere in between the heads of everybody and the ceiling. But it's...
can I reach out and try to touch one?
You can. It is well out of your reach. But yes, you can reach towards the ceiling.
I'm gonna reach up and try to touch one.
Okay.
Ooh, shiny.
And as he's reaching out to try to touch him, I'll be like, "Hey, Noeon, are you seeing things?"
Yeah. They're like shiny.
Like shiny? Like, explain. What do you mean they're shiny? Like, what are shiny?
There's one right there. I'm gonna point like right next to your head. Oh, it's gone. Little light.
So we can assume that the potion or drink that you just totally downed is making you see sparkly balls everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're
Shiny
there.
balls.
What did you say? No, Italian?
Shiny balls?
You just said shiny balls. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, they're there. They keep going away though. And
Do
the
you
whole
feel
time
like
my
any
eyes
other?
are-
Go ahead.
My eyes are flicking left and right every time I see one around your head. I'm not quite looking at you while talking to you.
Do you feel like any other effects? Like, are you disoriented, or do you feel like lightheaded, or are you just seeing things?
Mindz? Do I?
You're not feeling lightheaded. You're just... Everything else seems to be about you. Your faculties are fine, but you're just seeing these very pretty lights and sparkles and things that are happening. You look over at Tube and his seaweed on his dried seaweed, like his armor, his chest piece, starts to kind of wave. Like there are small little waves that are happening inside or as part of his armor. Instead of just being a flat kind of leather piece, it looks like they're moving. Like he's got cilia on the outside of his armor. Like it's a living, breathing piece of seaweed on his chest piece.
Tube. Noeon's gonna like lean a little closer towards you. I don't know where you're sitting in relative to me at the moment. Lean a little closer and then slowly reach his right arm out to try to touch the seaweed that's begun moving to from my perspective at least.
So as you go to reach out, I go to reach down. I kind of like lean my head down towards your level or where your head is, and be like, let me guess. Like my outfit is kind of moving and doing things.
I'm gonna look up at you. It's alive.
But I think to say that potion is making you hallucinate a little bit.
What's that?
Basically, it's making you exaggerate what you see in front of you to extremes, is the best way I can explain it. Other people will say you're tripping balls.
I'm going to cut in here because as you're mentioning these things and saying this, Noeon, you see his mouth is just growing bigger and bigger and bigger until his mouth is basically the size from ear to ear. And he's talking normally, but his mouth is literally the size of his head now.
Does it scare me?
that's something that you'd have to answer.
Flip a coin.
Intelligence saving throw.
Oh, here, give me a d20. What-
I think it's more appropriate to. Where's the whisper to GM? I don't need to whisper it. I think it's more appropriate for me.
you can just throw it in the dice tower if you want. Yeah, anything you put in the dice tower will not show up to everyone else. Only I will be able to see that dice roll.
Forget
Okay.
about that.
Oh, that's the smelter dice tower.
Okay.
Oh, I can't see it either.
Yes, I know. That's why I said only I can see that if you throw it in the dice tower. So
Okay.
with this, do you want to feel scared?
I have a +2 to wisdom saves.
No, but do you? But would somebody's mouth growing, would that scare you? Like, is that something your character would have an issue with?
Yeah, it would unsettle me at least minimum.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, you certainly are unsettled, and your face is clearly showing it. As he's talking, you're kind of starting to cower away from him more and more. You're not running, but the look on your face says it all.
And with that, I'm gonna just, as I cower back a little bit, my right hand shakes very slightly, and I say out loud, "I'm cold."
Now, Ernling,
cold?
Dorok, and Valor, what are you guys doing?
I was just like watching this happen.
You're just watching it and eating your food, finishing up, and having your water?
Yeah.
Every now and then I'll be like leaning down to Valor and being like, "This guy, he's mad stoned, isn't he?"
I think it's a Dorog potion. For sure.
It's a Dorok potion. I love it.
Dorok potion.
No, I said wrong potion.
I know what you said.
I heard it's a Dorok potion for sure.
I didn't say that. I'm sorry. I wouldn't insult my brother like that.
How dare you? You outed me again.
Well,
No!
It's stone. I'm stoned off of it, so clearly.
I mean, it does make sense.
Just fitting.
Okay. So, Tube, as he is starting to cower away from you, how do you react?
So as he goes to cower away from me, I don't try to like go after him, so to speak, because as someone who has experienced many experimental natures of this world, as my character has, I understand that if he's starting to cower away from somebody, I don't want to like rush him. All right, so I try to speak in a calm voice and be like, "Hey, buddy. This is not going to last forever. You're going to be kind of scared around your surroundings, but it's going to be okay. You said you're cold, right?" And then, so, like, in this tavern, is there, like, any kind of, like tapestry around? Because I don't have any tapestry on me, so is there any tapestry around?
There's not a tapestry. However, there is a big chandelier kind of hanging above you. It's very ironclad, wrought with sharp angles, and it looks like a very hefty chandelier, but it's very ornate, as well as geometric shapes can be.
It's not going to make him warm. I'm trying to get him something that I can wrap him with.
As you're looking around, Tube, I'm gonna turn away from you, like back forward, and I'm looking at my right hand as it's still shaking. So that's what that is.
Do you say it out loud, or do you say it kind of in a quiet voice?
I say it out loud, kind of quiet. You're close enough; you can hear it. Obviously, I'm assuming the table would be able to hear me say it. I'm not trying to be quiet because.
Are you at the table now, or are you still at the bar stool next to the bar?
Oh, I've been at the table. All of this is happening at the table.
At the table.
He came back, he took a sip, and he was looking at all of you, and everything was fine, so he downed it.
All right. So, like, I hear you say is like, oh, that was you said. I'm like, that is what is.
My
I think
hand
he's
is
like-
shaking, and I'm cold. That's what the patients always say.
Oh, you mean like you're shivering?
Yeah. And I'm gonna look at you, see your face. I'm assuming with still the giant mouth, and look back forward.
Yes, he still
Alright.
has a
So
giant
what I was
mouth.
asking. Yeah. So I
As
was
for
asking the DM, is there anything I
tapestries
can
or
wrap the room?
something,
Yeah.
there is a kind of a banner, if you will, but it's attached to these giant iron rings, like 2-inch thick iron rings. Like, if you wanted to wrap him up in this, you would need to lead him over there and literally surround him in it, but it would still be hanging. If that makes sense.
So be hanging. Okay.
So no.
I
Does
there's
anybody
nothing
have
to
like?
wearing a cloak. I am
So
wearing
I
a
asked you-
cloak.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I turned to Talion and I'd be like, "Hey, Talion, can I borrow your cloak real quick?"
I look over. I take off the brooch that Jesus, the governess gave me,
Sarah.
and I pin that to my undershirt, and I take off my cloak. Here you are.
Much
And I hand it
appreciated.
to him.
And I grab the cloak and I go. I tell Noeon, I say, "Now, buddy, I'm doing a walk over to you calmly. If you don't want me to, just let me know, and I'm just gonna wrap this around your shoulders."
I don't say anything. I allow you to approach, put it all over me, but as soon, like halfway through you putting it over my shoulders and stuff, I take a glance up at your face and then immediately look away, and you can feel me shiver once as I look away from your face.
All right. And I say, I understand. Here, I suggest you take a seat over by the rest of the party. I'm gonna have a word with the barkeep.
I'm going to stay exactly where I am, and you're going to hear me say, "An alcohol a day did not make the day better. An alcohol a day did not make the day better."
At this point, I'll have finished my food, or if I haven't finished, I
Yep.
just give the rest to Dorok.
Okay.
And I approach Noeon. Hey, are you feeling okay?
Do you still have seaweed on his face?
Yes. It's not seaweed, but yes, he still has something on his face.
Algae
Like
and
slime.
moss.
Yeah, it was like algae, slime, mold.
I'm gonna look up at you, and I
Wait, looking up.
Look back over my
is he
shoulder.
standing on the table?
oh, right, no, you're right. Well, I assume I'm looking down, like straight at the table, like right in front of me. I'm gonna look
Okay.
over towards him,
Okay.
and
That's rough.
I think I'm okay. Take a glance over my shoulder towards wherever Tube went, and look back towards everyone else. I think I'm okay.
That's good. I'm glad. The potion really messed me up too the other day, so I really do hope. I'm glad you're feeling better. If you need anything, let me know. Okay?
I will.
Alright. Alright, guys. Let's talk about what we came here for.
I do my best to listen, but I'm having a mental breakdown.
I'm headed over to the bar, so I'm not at the table right now.
Yes. So let's hear what's happening at the table, and then I will go through what happens when you get to the bartender.
Ernwig, why were you suspicious of people overhearing us the other day? Or earlier, I should say.
And he will turn to you because he's been distracted. He transfixed on the rat folk. Well, if what we have at stake is dealing with the 13 most powerful people in the world and going against their will, I'm sure that we will come up against people who will not be fans of that.
That makes sense. Which is why I want to share what me and Dorak found at the archive. Here. I take out my notes. My backpack, just full of, like, pages. Is it this? No, wait. Alright, found it. I found some stuff that is not adding up. And I wanted you guys to hear what you guys thought about this. Here. I was looking at some records, because I was trying to find out what happened to the dwarves. Because this is a dwarven city, right? But where did they go? And so, I was trying to look into that, and it says that there's, like, in the heat flow records, there was a large-scale disaster, but there was no mention of how it was resolved. Just that it was, and then it's kind of like brushed under the table. And there's, like, a lot of stuff, like, contradictory information in the archives. And then there's a mention of someone called Aona. And it doesn't say where she came from. Like, all of a sudden, Aona was the governess of the city. But we don't know who she is, where she came from. Let's see. And she was the governess for 4 generations after her mother disappeared and her father passed away. But these records also don't say who her parents were.
No, she was not the governess for 4 generations. She is the 4th generation of governors and governesses of the city. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I wanted to make that clear. She is the most recent governess, and her family has ruled over the city for 4 generations.
And I just want to be clear. I'm not hearing this conversation right because I have a different understanding of what happened to the dwarves. Okay.
So the dwarves have been gone for that long.
The dwarves have been gone for at least 4 generations. At least.
No.
Maybe longer. I don't know. And we don't know why they left or what caused them to leave. I know there was a large-scale disaster, but it doesn't say how it was resolved. So there's like a lot of missing blanks. A lot of blanks. Yeah.
I thought the whole thing was recent.
Well, their archives are like very not properly organized. Like nothing is dated, nothing is like organized. It's just record things as it happens. But I can see why that elf down at the archives is having a hard time puzzling it all together. But yeah, I wanted to ask like what you guys found, and then how we should go about finding these apothecaries at the other city. What was it that we're looking for?
Are you talking about what Tassara has asked you to look for?
Yeah.
To get? It's a piece of crystal.
Do we know where to start looking for that?
The Rainbow Lake.
Rainbow Lake.
Yeah, the Rainbow Lake.
My eyes will perk up at that. Hey, Leona,
Yeah, that
Huh?
place.
Aliona. Gesundheit.
So, question, Mindz, DM question. The person that they were talking about is Iona, right? Not Aliona.
Correct. Aliona is what Noeon is saying.
Yeah.
Iona is what Valor has been talking about, the person, the governess. I will type it up in chat, in game chat for you guys. Iona is the governess. Aliona is the rainbow.
Noeon's not there.
There, does that make sense?
Makes sense. Cool.
Okay. So with Noeon chiming in and saying, "Hey, Leona," right after talking about the Rainbow Lake for a second, we're going to cut to Tube. So you've walked up. How are you approaching the bar?
Just like no, I'm just gonna approach normally. Like not gonna be intimidating. I'm just gonna come and talk to the barkeep and just trying to find out if there's any kind of find out what he get. So I'm just gonna go over to the bar and be like, "Hey, barkeep, can I ask you a question?"
Yeah, sure. Can I get you something?
The potion. Yeah, the potion that you have on the wall. What happens if someone drinks the whole thing, like in one draught? How long will the effects last?
Well, you see, it varies person to person, and really potion to potion.
So let's say this person is a newbie to being the what's the word inebriated, for lack of a better word. How long do you think that would last for them?
Inebriation? Well, depends. Can you hold your liquor?
What if he's tripping balls?
Tripping bowls, eh? Most likely.
I don't know exactly what he's seeing, but the spaces around him are not what he's used to.
Oh, is that your friend there? The one with the purple cloak, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I recall, he drank the purple with the silver fleck, yes?
That's the one.
That one, I believe, is 24 hours. Should be fine by tomorrow.
Do you know of any other way to speed that up or make it go away? Because
You know, I wish I did. I just don't.
good to hear. Well, we'll figure something out. Thank you. And I turn to walk back to the table.
You're very welcome.
And when I go back, what part of the conversation do I hear when I come back?
You're coming back to Eleona.
Oh, the Rainbow Lake, right?
Oh, yeah.
So,
Dude, I was just talking
what-
about what I found in the archives.
And what I mean, to recap, what did you find?
And I recap what I just said about how like some of the information is like not adding up, or there's like contradictions. There's like a large disaster, no mention of what the disaster was or how it was resolved. Everything I found about Aeona, and Erwig's concerns about being cautious.
I think Aeon's concerns about being cautious are correct, but I also think your information about the dwarves is a little bit different from what I heard.
What have you heard?
Well, I talked to one of the person who works for the treasury for this whole city, and he said the dwarves left yesterday, just a day ago, just up and left the city.
Wait, yesterday?
Yesterday, and they left with all the knowledge of how to run the city. So we have elves here in this city, supposed to be building a society for themselves, and they don't even know how anything works.
Now, question for you, Tubek. Who told you that it was yesterday?
The person that I was talking to for the treasury guy.
They said the last dwarf left yesterday.
Yes. Yep.
Yes, okay. Because what you just said was that the dwarves left yesterday, and I just want to clarify that.
Yeah.
So the last dwarf left yesterday.
Yep.
And you guys saw a dwarf who was helping the elvish warden make sure that you were going to the right spot to get you to the infirmary.
So the dwarves might not have left the city completely. They were here, and from what the treasurer said, was basically they left because they were scared of what the elves can potentially do.
That's very interesting. That explains why a lot of the notes are missing from the archive. Especially if they took their information with them.
And they'd left a lot of things, like they can't even print money in this city right now because the mechanism they use to print, nobody knows how to use. That's the information only the dwarves know how to do. So my question is, why were the elves brought into a city that wasn't theirs and basically almost forced the people who live in the city out? And why did the dwarves just go with it?
Well, if what you say is true, we won't find out by staying here. We
No.
have to... I think this is something we have to keep in the back of our heads while we go look for this crystal.
I do want to exercise the caution that Ernwig has. I think it's valid. I think we need to, if we do leave the city, we need to be cautious, but we do need to go and do what, what's her name again?
Sarah Viscera?
Sarah Viscera.
Her.
Sorry.
What she wants us to do, and go to the Rainbow Lake.
So as he says this, Dork's gonna like put his bowl down, finish, and he's like, "Alright, finally, some action. Let's do something let's finally do something about this. Instead of talking, let's do it." And he like gets up and he starts walking towards the door.
Oh, okay. Dork, wait for me. I just like push all my notes and documents into my backpack in a hurry, trying to catch up to Dork.
And as you start walking towards the door,
Yeah.
you hear from outside a scream, a shriek, a wail, something. Not quite that.
What
but close.
Oh my god. What was that?
I got a snort.
Was it an Alex snort?
No,
It wasn't me.
Was it a burp or a cough or a fart?
that was a yeet.
Yeah.
But
No, in between all that.
oh, the yeet.
My
no.
snorts.
Yeah, there was a snort,
Ugh.
but
There
there's
were
a
actually
scream.
3.
Was there 3?
3.
Yeah, there was 3.
Okay. We're now. There we go. So you guys hear a scream, and it's not.
Yeah, I'll go to investigate.
It doesn't
Sounds like
sound
your
like.
action, Dorog.
Yeah, it sounds like it's not a scream of pain, but more of terror. Right? It's a wail, a shriek, and it's coming. It's not super audible, but Dorok, being closest to the door, definitely heard something.
Does this place have a second floor?
This place does. Yes, it does.
Okay.
But it came from outside.
Ernwig wants to go to the second floor.
Okay. You clamber up the
I'm
stairs.
gonna look at no. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm gonna like shout. There's a scream outside as I like go to the door to investigate.
Okay. So he rushes outside. What are the rest of you doing? The other four. So Ernwig is going
I'm
up to
keeping
this
my eye
top
on
floor.
Noe. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on Noeon first to see how he's reacting to it.
Greening out.
And Noeon,
Greening out, bro.
Noeon, the way you are reacting as you normally would. You're just seeing things differently.
Okay, I got you. I'll hear the scream, perk up a bit, go to stand up, take a glance over to Tube since he came to check on me for a brief moment. As I meet your eyes, I look immediately down, but continue just going to follow the rest of everyone else.
Right?
Okay.
And I follow. I nod like silently to myself, and I just follow where he's going.
Okay. Talion, Valor,
I'm running outside. I'm
Okay.
following outside.
and Valor, you're following Dorak, you said?
I was running up to Dorak.
Okay. Ernwig, upstairs, you see that there are. Well, at the top of the stairs, you can go left or right, and it looks like it's a very similar floor plan on both sides. There are 2 rooms. It's literally 4 rooms in the corners of this and a hallway leading to each of the 4 different rooms.
Is there a third floor?
There's not a 3rd floor.
Okay, then I want to look for a window.
Okay, so you force your way into you open the door and you see just directly in front of you, there is a window and a balcony.
Yeah, then I'm gonna open the window if possible, and then get onto the balcony.
Okay, well, there's a window and then there's a door, so I would assume you just open the door and walk out onto the balcony. And you see that Dorak has left the building and is... Are you running? Are you jogging? Are you walking towards the sound, Dorak?
Yeah.
Dorak.
I'm
is
asking
going-
Dorak right now.
He's gonna be like, he's gonna be moving quickly. Not quite a full run, but it's definitely faster than
jogging.
speed walking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then, Ernwig, you see Dorak is speed walking or power walking, jogging towards what you see is a crowd forming a couple blocks down and across the river. On the other side of the bridge, there's this crowd that everyone seems to be flocking towards this intersection.
Okay. Where do how close are the roofs connected?
The roofs, from where you guys are, if you guys are at Sizzle Frizzle,
That's the name of the bar.
Extra salt on this.
so if you guys are there, the roofs they're probably about 10 feet across. So
Okay.
you would have to jump 10 feet in order to get from one roof to the next.
Yeah, which I can do that. I am going to.
I could just do that.
I'm going to cast Long Strider on myself and
Okay.
increase my speed by 10 feet for an hour, and then just continue to make my way across the roofs to where everyone is.
Okay. I'm just going to assume that you are succeeding on this, right? Because jump is going to be, it's half your distance, or you could jump at half your distance, right?
I think it's based on strength.
It's based on your strength, and it can't exceed half your distance. And my strength is 14, so I can jump 14 feet. And my speed is 45 right now.
45. Okay. Then you are jumping across the roofs trying to make it to them. So you guys,
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing,
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell me why.
Ain't
Nothing but a mistake.
All right, let's stop before we get copyright strike on stream.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot.
We don't
about
want to
that.
DM. We don't want to DM AC on us.
Okay, so
I never want.
you guys,
Right as you started talking to. Whoops.
No.
I was on mute in the bathroom when y'all was singing that. I was kind of jealous that I wasn't on the mic yet.
for some reason,
I don't think you want to
allow
hear
me
me
to
sing a piece. So.
select your actual tokens. There we go. Okay, so
Where are we?
I'm not seeing anything.
I am
Where
bringing
are
you guys
you?
all the way over to the bridge.
Are you so sorry?
He must be.
Are we supposed to see a map in our system?
Yeah, you should. Go ahead and pull it up.
I
Or
do not see a
here.
map.
I will do
Now,
this.
Pull it up for us.
There you go. Yeah.
You guys know.
Okay.
Ah.
Oh, there we are.
I can
Wow,
see
this map is
clearly
huge.
now.
Yeah, so Ernwig, you have made it to the roof, and the rest of you are working your way across here. Valor is kind of lagging behind with his smaller legs.
I don't see where we are again.
I will ping. So find the bridge. That's target mode. Where's
Yep.
ping mode? Yep. Some people are pinging right there. You guys are just across the bridge.
Oh God! Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, we you gotta
You
go
see it?
all the way in.
You gotta go
Yes.
all
You
the
see it?
way in.
Yes.
Yeah, I see it now.
Okay.
You see us?
So where's ping mode? So right about here,
Right here?
where I'm pinging right here, you guys see there's a big crowd forming. All right.
Mhm.
So now that we have that, so the crowd that seems to be forming is, at this point, by the time you guys have raced all the way over here, Ernwig, you're able to see it. You're able to see a little bit of what's in the middle of the crowd because you're up on the roof, but you have not crossed the river yet. You are on the top of the second floor. And what you guys see, or what Ernwig really sees, is the city guards, the emerald gold and the silver kind of plate are forming kind of a circle, an arena, if you will. They are trying to create a perimeter. And again, you hear somebody screaming out in terror. And then you hear a sound that silences everything else. Everyone that's clamoring and shouting and trying to push through and making noise. You just hear this, not entirely a voice, but it's a layered, broken chorus kind of forcing its way through a single throat. Inside the middle of this ring, a young elf stands at the center of the circle. And Ernwig, with your navigation skills and the way that you're able to see, you see that there are some small kind of darkening freckles on him. His eyes have gone feral. You see him kind of looking around, and the eyes are flicking upward. His head kind of has this very super aggressive tick. It jerks violently to one side, and everyone kind of recoils at that. So, Dorak, you guys do not see any of that. You guys just see a crowd. You can see that there are some spears, some weapons that are kind of held down to the ground, like a spear, a halberd, the glaives, like the handles are on the ground, and they're trying to use that as like an extra support thing to hold the crowd back. The crowd is trying to get close enough to see what's happening in the middle of this. But you are probably,
Am I not tall enough to see over the crowd?
Not from the distance that you're at. But
Oh.
you guys are making your way there. So do you continue running or do you continue power walking? Are you running now? How are you approaching this
I'm
crowd?
running.
Yeah, let's get there. Yeah, well, I'll run full speed ahead.
I'm gonna.
Until I get like towards
Okay.
the edge of the crowd, and then I'll start like trying to push my way forward.
Okay, that's about another 40 feet. Noeon, you were going to say something?
Hearing the scream of terror, I'm gonna get as close behind whoever's in the head of the pack and follow them.
Okay. And Ernwig?
Dorok, I assume.
Yes,
Are there
Dorok is-
trusses? Where's the ping button? There you go. Are there trusses on the bridge that I can climb across or jump to?
There is one here. Right here. But then it's 5, 10, it's about 15 feet to the next one.
Okay, well my strength is 14. Can I make an athletics check to jump to the truss?
Yeah. Give me an athletics check, and I'll make it for both of them. If you make the athletics check, and it's going to be a 13 DC. If you can make it to the first one, you can make it to the second one. Your momentum will carry you.
Let's go.
Got it.
Okay. So you're able to jump to this one, you're able to jump to this one. But you still have, I don't know, from here to here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah,
30.
but can I jump to this roof?
No, because that is 10 feet above you.
Elevated.
The trusses aren't that tall. It's a footbridge.
Okay. Well, then I guess I will just. How far are we from the crowd? Where are they? Like right here?
Yeah, the crowd is like right at the steps of this big building here. It's kind of in this area.
Okay. Well, if everyone's right here, then I'm going to. It appears that one of them is turning, and the guards are trying to contain them. If a fight does break out, I would recommend trying to goad the turned over to here.
Trying to what?
Goad the turned elf over here.
Basically,
So we can
make
corner
the
them.
person, the elf, go our way.
Yes.
So you're saying that as everyone is running. So are you now running along with them?
No. I can outpace them, so I'm gonna keep my height advantage until I absolutely have to.
Okay. So then they're going to keep going, and as you mentioned that, Valor will have been able to catch up. Dorok, did you slow down to listen to what Ernwig was saying? Did anybody slow down to listen to what Ernwig was saying?
I did.
Well, if you can
Or
outpace us,
definitely did not.
He probably just yelled it at us, yeah.
Yes. Because
We
then
definitely hear it.
you guys heard it, and you guys are here. You guys are at the edge of the crowd. Let's see if I can make
I wanted to be as close to Dorok as possible.
Okay.
And
So we have,
Dork
like,
does not slow down.
The crowd is like this. So you guys should be able to move your tokens.
that's
But-
like where they're encircling the elf.
Yeah, the red circle is the crowd encircling the elf.
Do the guards look like they've got things handled, or do they look like they're starting to lose the grip of what the situation?
Well, they seem to be holding the crowd at bay, but
Oh,
nobody...
they're holding the crowd, but not the elf.
Well, that's the thing, you don't know. You can't see.
Which way are their shields turned?
Shields are turned out. They're towards the crowd, trying to keep the crowd from collapsing on them.
This
Now-
won't go poorly at all.
No,
How big
As-
is this building?
that building is 2.5 stories tall, or it's 2 stories tall with what looks to be kind of molding or some sort of half attic. Dorok and Tube, as you guys finally get this close, you can kind of see that in the middle of the crowd, there is indeed an elf. And you see that most of the guards are forming this circle trying to keep everybody at bay. The elf is in the middle, and he is being circled by not 1, not 2, but 6 guards. They don't have their weapons turned towards him. They have their shields in one arm, and their other hand is bare. You can
Is
see...
this elf?
Mhm.
Do we see that the elf is acting like the elf we saw earlier?
The elf?
Earlier in the...
The elf is
How
much
he's
more
acting.
aggressive. He is acting not skittish, but he is definitely snarling. He has, again, that head jerking to the side like a nervous tick kind of thing, but it's very violent.
More
He's
so than the first elf, like the elf in the first session?
Oh, much more aggressive, much more exaggerated movements. And at one point, he almost, like, his body contorts in such a way and so quickly that the entire crowd kind of recoils and gasps. One of the guards steps forward and he draws his blade. But you can see, you and Dorok both see this, that he's hesitant. But you hear another voice. Don't let it reach the water!
Don't let it reach the water.
The afflicted elf...
I want to try something.
Go ahead.
I want to try and send a message to the afflicted elf.
Ooh.
Can you see the elf?
I don't think I have to see it. It just says a creature within range. I didn't say
You
I
would still
have
have
to
to
see it.
see it, though.
How are you going
Right.
to target it, though?
Point towards your creature
He
within
can
range.
he
Okay.
can stand on my shoulder.
Okay. So he's gonna come up to you,
Dorok.
he's gonna tap you on the thing. Okay.
Dora, can
Then
I get
I'll
a...
put him.
Can you let me see him? What's going on?
Can you get up these? Yeah, I got you.
Dora, please.
Apples! Apples!
Yeah, I'll put
Dora,
him
can
on
you
my
help me?
shoulder.
I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna cast message.
Okay. So you climb up and you see this elf, and he like claws at his arm for a second, and then he like literally slashes at the elf guard that is attempting to take half a step closer to him, as the 6 guards are literally circling him.
I'm gonna cast a message, and I'm gonna say, "Are you still in there? If you are, you need to fight this. Don't do something you will regret. Please tell me there's someone still in there. You're gonna fight this message."
Do I hear the "Don't let it reach the water"?
Give me a perception check, just because you are like 45, 50 feet away.
Yep.
And there's a lot of noise that's happening. I'm gonna set it really low, like an 8. But yeah.
Don't underestimate our
Okay,
rolls.
then I am going to, while this is happening, I want to going to take magic actions, well, with Tinker's Magic, to make, I can make up to 3, but as many sets of caltrops as you will let me.
Okay. Well, how fast are you trying to make these?
Yeah, I can make them in action, so 6 seconds.
You can
And
make
they
one
appear-
in the 6 seconds, or you can make all 3 in 6 seconds.
I can make 1 in 6 seconds. And then they literally appear, and since I'm actually above me, well, since I'm they appear 5 feet in front of me. So the caltrops will literally just fall and scatter and spread 5 feet in front of me.
Yeah, you could do that.
Specifically trying to toss them over
In front
here.
of you to stop it from getting to the water as quickly as possible. Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you're able to do that. I'll say once every 6 seconds you can make the 3. So in
Yeah.
18 seconds it will be done.
Okay.
Okay. Valor, you ask the question, the message. You know, is there anybody in there? Tell me there's somebody that's in there. And as you're hearing this, you can see, and Dorok and Tube can see. Well, first of all, Talon, what are you doing with this? And Noeon, are you guys trying to push your way through the crowd? Are you trying to sit back and wait? I mean, you heard them say, don't let it get to the water. How are you guys reacting? Because you guys are just about as tall as the crowd, so it's unless you're pushing your way to the front, you're not really going to be able to see much.
I'm gonna stay back
Okay.
just because, from what I can tell, something intense is going on, and I'll be at the ready. But since it's another elf, I'm a little bit wary considering what's happening.
Okay. Noea?
I'm gonna.
I want to hear what Dorok's doing first.
Okay.
So, even with Valor on my shoulder, I will be pushing through the crowd towards the guards, just in
Okay.
case I need to confront.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna warn Dorok. It's like I'm gonna warn Dorok, basically telling him, I was like, there's not enough guards. This elf is way worse than the last one we saw.
Dorok, we can't let him get to the water, but I don't want to kill him if we have to. Part of him is still in there.
Mm. Understood. And then I'm going to...
At this point, I'll hop off his shoulder so that he can do what he does best.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to go with the intention to knocking this guy out. I'm going to like push through the crowd and through the guards into him so I can go knock him out.
Okay. Well, you start pushing your way into the crowd. You make it about there, and you're watching the elf the entire time, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, you see him stop. Like, he goes calm for a second. He inhales sharply.
Oh no.
And you kind of feel, Dorog in particular, because you're the closest one, you start to feel the air hum, if that's even a thing.
He's gonna explode.
The crowd at the very front of this ring starts to, I want to say panic, but they start to get very agitated. It's like whatever is happening is accelerating.
Oh shit.
Can I shout
You can shout.
in this brief... Yeah, I'm going to just shout as loud as I can to the crowd, just like, move back!
And as you say that, you see all 6 guards rush forward. They duck behind their shields and rush forward and slam into the elf from all sides, pinning him together. And they start wrestling this elf to the ground. You have now made it to the very front of it. There's an elvish guard. So this one is where you hear, or excuse me, you're watching this happen, and the elf is literally, he gets slammed from all sides, and almost, it looks like he crumbles just to the ground. Like, he drops down to his knees, and immediately the 6 guards jump on top of this elf. They are trying to wrestle him to the ground. And they finally are able to kind of hold him spread out on the ground just so that he can't lash out and, hit, kick. He seems to be trying everything in his power to bite, but the two guards holding his arms have placed their shields in between themselves and the elf's head. And the elf is struggling, and everything seems to be a little more, or a little less panicked. So, the elf just seems to kind of, again, go limp a little bit, as it seems like he's given up. Now, Dorok, the guard in front of you he's looking at you like, God, that's a big boy. I don't know if I can hold him back. But he is going to try his best.
As he's like trying, I'm gonna just say like, let me through. I can help.
Sir, we can't let you through. As he's struggling, right? He's doing a good job, but he's trying to keep everybody back, and he's not at his limit. He's like, I can't put you in danger. We don't know what this guy is capable of. Just let us handle it. It's our own problem.
I want to run a little closer to the elves, but not like close as Dorok. I want to like, what's your guys' procedure? Like, what are you gonna do to him?
Right now, we're just going to try and contain him. And Dorok, you see that the guards that have leapt on top of him, that are holding him still, literally the two that are holding his arms, the elf, his eyes flick open, and he yanks the two guards that are holding his arms together and kind of claps his hands straight above him, and the two guards, their backs hit each other, and you hear them like, oof. Right? They hit their backs, the wind is knocked out of them, and they fall to the ground, and they're not out of it, but they're definitely injured. And the elf then starts to grab for one of the shields that's near his head, and he tries, at this point, he yanks it out of the guard's arm, or out of his grip. So he's now got a shield in his hand.
Great. Dork's just gonna, now's not the time, and he's gonna like burst through if he can.
Okay, you get to make a strength check at advantage, or athletics check at advantage. It's just going to be a basic DC 10. I'm pretty sure you're going to make this, but just have to.
I
check.
hope so.
Don't jinx him. Don't jinx him, dude. Jeez. Got it.
Oh,
Nice.
I saw the two. I saw the two.
I know. Like, oh no.
I hope the other one's good.
Yeah, so you burst through. And what are you doing now that you are in the middle of this circle?
I am going to. Am I able to? Do I have enough movement to make it to the elf?
Yes.
Attack him.
You're gonna attack
Okay,
the elf?
then I'm just gonna.
man,
Yeah,
roll
the
for
elf that
initiative.
got the shield. I'm just gonna run at him. Can I make like non-lethal attack? It's hoping to knock him out.
Yeah, you certainly can try. So you make it to 10 feet, and you're gonna attack.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna attack with? Your fists?
Can I just try and like hit him in the head with the like hilt of my longsword?
Yeah, roll an attack with your longsword.
Okay, guys, let's do this thing.
Oh.
19. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a very good roll. And yeah, you can hit him with the hilt of your broadsword. Roll damage.
Come on, I just need to roll good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you hit him for 9 bludgeoning damage. Not slashing because it's the pommel, the hilt of your sword.
Yeah.
And as you do, you get a shield to the head.
Shield bash.
Luckily, it doesn't do anything to you. It just kind of clangers off your head.
Boing.
I have a shield in my other hand.
Okay, well then, yeah, you put your shield up and you block this shield bash of this elf that is being restrained by 3 people. And you make 4, and this guy is able to take a shield and swing it at you. What? Okay, so what is everyone else doing while that happened?
I think we go in.
Okay, so you're going to
We
go
try
and
to
follow.
keep
You're
going
gonna
and try
follow.
to support. Yeah.
I was trying to follow behind.
Okay. So yeah, so Tuba, if you're going in, you're able to basically to reach just behind where Dorok is. Okay, 1, 2, 3. You're able to get to the elf if you want. So what are you doing? Because I saw you were the first one to move.
Try to do the same thing that Dorok was going to do. But I noticed when he got hit by a. Did he phase him at all when he got hit by the pommel of the sword?
No, he did not.
No, when the elf did.
No.
It did not phase him at all, right?
Yeah.
No, he immediately
Alright.
lashed out and hit him with the shield, or attempted
All right,
to.
hold on. So what I am going to do is see if the actual real attack, really does something to him. So I'm going to do a regular attack.
With a trident, I believe it is.
Trident. Yep.
Okay.
Trident. Fire. I'm going to attack.
Go ahead and.
I got to make sure I got the right one. Yeah, there you go.
So you're going to
Got
attack
it.
him
Oh.
Nothing.
with the trident side. You are going to lunge at him, and instead, I'll do this.
Does he not have? Is he not restrained though? So.
No.
No.
That's not what I wanted.
Still swinging wildly.
Yeah. So, you are going to take. You're going to take 4 bludgeoning damage as the shield
For what? Okay.
comes up and hits you.
In response to me
In-
attacking, was there an attack roll for that?
Yes.
Okay. So 4 points.
So 4 points of bludgeoning damage to you. Who else is doing something?
I'm keeping my distance and keeping an eye out.
I'm
I lower
I'm
my
gonna-
health.
I'm
Okay,
just
you
kind of
running behind
watching in
those two?
horror.
Okay. Ernwig, are you still back there with the caltrops?
Yeah.
Okay. Noeon, you're trying to get through as well, right?
yeah, I'm gonna run in behind those two.
Okay.
And I want to check on the status of the 2 guys that got slammed their backs into each other.
They are, I'd say, rolling around, but they're just kind of gently turning. They're nursing the injuries. Their backs have been really, really. It's like their back is sore. It kind of feels like maybe they cracked a rib,
Okay.
kind of thing. Like that's the actions
They're,
that they're
they're not in
taking.
danger.
No, they don't seem to be in danger of dying, but they are. You could tell they are very shaken up.
Okay. I'm going to then instead take a step to the side and get between. I'm going to get Dorok between me and the elf that's freaking out. And I'm going to very quietly say to myself, just don't let him hurt you. Just don't let him hurt you. And I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Dorak.
Okay.
Hopefully won't get hit by any other hits.
A DM question. When he damaged me, could I take in a reaction there
Yes.
with the shield, or was that normal? Okay. Can I didn't know that was considered part of the damage. Can I use my reaction for that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast as reaction. Use Storm's Thunder. Deal 1d8 of thunder damage.
1d8 of thunder damage. Okay. You deal 5 damage, and let me see Storm's Thunder. Just opening this up. Really
It doesn't do
quick.
anything else. It just does straight
When you take
damage.
damage, you can take a reaction deal to that creature. Okay. Yeah, so as the shield hits you, you see that there's a spark of electricity, a spark of lightning that travels, it surrounds the shield and works its way very quickly, in a matter of a split second, into the body of the elf. And it does 5 lightning or thunder damage to the elf. So at this point, the 2 guards that are lying on the ground in pain are not getting up. The rest of the guards are, at this point, have literally, the 2 guards on the legs have been able to kind of pull themselves up, and now they're sitting on the legs and holding the elf's torso down. The one elf that was trying to hold, or the one guard that was trying to hold the elf's head together, has now decided to put his shield down on underneath him and is laying on that while trying to hold one of the arms down. And the elf takes his left arm, because the guard is lying on his right, picks him up by the waistband, or by the chest piece, and flings him across the thing. So from here, literally flings him over or to the side of Dorak, kind of in this direction. And he hits the guard behind, him. So he hits the guard in the back and pushes him. You see a lot of the crowd actually falling down from the force that this guard was flung. And you hear yet another scream, but this one a snarl. And it's that forced chorus comes out again. And it's just this unholy, gurgling scream. And the elf goes limp. Eyes roll back into his head. And that's it. The elf stops moving.
Damn.
Can I make sure he's like knocked out?
Yeah. What do you want to do?
I guess he'll at first just kind of poke it, the elf, with the end of his shield. And if it doesn't move, he'll kind of just try and see, based on the way the body lays and his breathing, if this aligns with people Dorak have knocked out in the past.
Okay. Well, you poke him with the shield. No response. He just lies there still.
I'm going to immediately run up. In a very practiced move, tie my hair back and get down over his body and then look at all cuts and bruises he has. And I want to know, is he alive? I know he fell over, knocked out, but that doesn't mean much to me other than he's unconscious.
Okay. So where are you situated? Are you by his legs? Are you by his head? Are you by his torso?
I'm getting close to his torso, if possible.
Okay. So the way that he fell and where you're at, he would be lying with his head hard in the stick figure drawing. And he's going to be...
Oh my god! It's the best thing ever! Oh my god!
No.
So that's the way he's lying. So if you're going to be situated by his torso, you're going to literally move Dorok out of the way. Okay.
That's fine. After Dorok pokes him with the shield, obviously.
Yeah, Dorok, you poke him with the shield, nothing happens. Are you stepping to the side and allowing him through?
Yeah, I'll let him through, but I'm going to be readied. If the elf makes any sort of attack towards anyone in this new party, Dorok will step forward and do a lethal strike.
Okay.
Or like a natural attack.
Okay.
But for now, he'll just be watching carefully.
And Dorok, you still have a tiny, shimmering, like, golden sunlight shield, like, floating around your shoulder and chest area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then with that, he'll put his shield and sword away and grab his great axe off his back as he, like, preps himself.
Okay.
I'm gonna do something to where, like, I kind of remember the first time we saw an elf just die or fall down. I'm gonna keep an eye on Erwig to see what he's doing.
Still valid.
Like, you look around and you don't see Ernwig. You see the crowd has kind of reformed a circle and they're just looking. Now, Ernwig, you're still sitting on the tresses. You have your caltrops around you. The crowd has kind of fallen silent, like very, very weak murmurs. You can no longer see any struggle happening in the middle of the ring. Are you content sitting there, or are you going to do something else?
I'm content sitting here, and if anyone approaches, I'll be ready.
Okay, fair enough. So then, Noeon, you are able to get close enough. You examine, you're looking for cuts, you're looking for bruises, you're looking for what exactly?
I'm looking specifically anything life-threatening or if he's dead already. And if he's not dead, I want to start treating wounds with the most grievous, if he has any. I know they were trying to be non-lethal, but you're going to take hits during that, so.
This elf has no visible wounds. This elf is not breathing. This elf is as still as a stone.
He's not breathing?
No.
I will immediately start doing, like, CPR-like movements. I haven't done it on a patient personally, but I've seen Redelia do it plenty of times.
Okay. Now, Chube, you're up here as well. You're still looking for Ernwig, making sure that he's not going to interfere with anything, I assume?
Yeah, I'm basically just trying to make sure that he's not trying to interfere with anything. Okay. Yeah. I mean, there's something I want to examine the elf for, but not until I know that he's not going to get popped out of nowhere.
Okay. So, at this point, Talion, since the crowd has fallen silent, how are you reacting to this?
Did I see like most of the interaction since I was further back?
You did not see most of the reaction until you saw part of the crowd forcefully moved about 8 feet, 10 feet before falling down, and you saw just over the crowd that had fallen that there was Dorok, there was 3 other guards on this elf that were trying to hold him down. That's about it. And now the crowd that has gotten up has refilled that section, and they're looking and talking amongst themselves.
Okay, I'm going to push my way through the crowd.
Okay. And they will part, and you will see that Noeon is now hovering over this body. And Dorok is standing with a weapon, I assume, prepared to strike. And Tube is looking around for, you're not quite sure what, but he's not looking at the body. So, Noeon, how are you going about this? We'll come right back to you, Charlie.
I've seen Redelia do CPR.
Oh, that's right. You're starting CPR.
On patients. Yeah.
Okay. So you get up and you start doing chest compressions. And yeah, that's what you see when you make it up to the front of the crowd, Talion.
As Talion, I'm unsure how to react because I just watched one of mine. Just like what happened back at, was it Kyrus Landing?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just kind of right this second, I'm just kind of in shock because now this is the second one that I've seen of this thing that's happening to my people.
Talion.
So I'm just kind of frozen.
Here's another little tidbit that might make you appreciate this a little more. This elf was only about 40 years older than you are.
Damn.
That's rough.
In elf years? Or...
In elf years. Because elves live to be 1,000+ years old.
Right.
So he was only 80.
Mm-hmm.
How old was the other elf that went crazy?
Only Talion would know, and that elf was around the same age, maybe a little older. 95, 100. Like,
just getting into adulthood.
yes.
So everyone's been relatively
least 7.
young.
The two that you've seen, yes. So, Noeon, after about a minute and a half of this, there's no... You're not getting anywhere with the chest compressions. You see that there is... At this point, you're starting to hear this wet noise every time you're giving a compression.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Redelia was doing like dissections with you or showing you kind of the intricacies of surgery.
Probably not that far, but yeah.
Okay. But you're starting to hear this wet sound every time you're pushing down. And you understand that it's not supposed to sound like that.
Mm-hmm.
Can Dorok hear the sound too?
Shit.
I don't
I'm
know.
just gonna immediately
Because it's not a super loud sound. I'm going to say give me a perception check with 13.
Okay. Perception. I only roll good in combat.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you like I told Tuba in session 1. You don't notice shit. Even with that +2
All right.
from Grogrin for the guidance, unfortunately, it's not enough.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
nothing
All right, I'm not
Um,
gonna do anything.
Good try,
Yeah,
Grogrin.
as soon as I realize that, Noeon will stop. The shimmering shield around you, Dorok, begins to fade and disappear. And Noeon will just look at both of his hands for a couple seconds.
Dorok's gonna put like a heavy hand on Noeon's shoulder and just say, "You did all you could."
And Noeon, give me a perception check at advantage.
Oh my god, I get something at advantage.
This will be a tough DC. It'll be 15, but I want to see if you can do this.
Oh, baby, good old +0 coming in to you. Yeah.
Okay. Very, very close.
What do I notice, though? I mean, obviously, I didn't notice the important thing. But...
Of course. Well, you do notice that with this, there is... I'm going to say you do notice that there are these freckles that you've never seen on Redelia, you haven't seen on Talion, with what little you've seen of him. You see there's a couple freckles here and there.
Are elves known to not have freckles or something?
No, it's just you haven't seen them on Redelia, so this kind of stands out a little bit to you. Like they're little...
I'll make them in.
They're like little specks on the skin. Like I don't think I don't think Noeon would know what a freckle is, but there are these little pigments on skin.
I'll make a note of it, but I'm still just staring at my hands for a moment with Dorok's hand on my shoulder.
Okay. And you see at this point the guards have kind of... There's no more tension. They're not holding the crowd back. The crowd is just looking on, very forlorn. There is also there's another sound that you hear. Sobbing. A little girl has made its way to the front of the crowd.
Oh, fuck.
She runs over to the elf, falls onto her knees, drapes herself over the elf's chest, and is wailing uncontrollably.
Did you see like Dorok like grit his teeth and like his hands, squeezing his hands like really, really hard? But he doesn't say anything. Kind of like steps back more towards Baylor.
I put my hand on Dorok's arm. I start tearing up, but I also don't say anything.
Okay.
I go down on my knees towards the little elf girl, and I look at her and I say, not in my Tube voice, but more in my
serious
real
voice.
Oh, I'm sorry, little one. We are sorry.
She kind of is... She's not taken aback. She just kind of... She pauses her sobs for a second, or she's not... She tones down the sob. Like she's trying to focus on what that noise is, like who's actually talking to her. And she looks up at you. And you can see that she is very, very young. Her white blonde hair is tangled. She's in bare feet. She's in her night clothes. She's ready to go to bed. But they're stained in ashen blood.
And there's no blood on the elf right there right now, right?
No, there's no blood on that elf. And she looks up at you. And she looks back at her brother. And she says, He wasn't like that. And starts sobbing again. Like ugly crying. And she just falls on top of this elf again. And between hysterical sobs, she mentions out. I don't want to say this in character because I have a feeling my daughter and my wife will come in here wondering what's happened to me. But just know that this is in her character. She says, my mom, my dad, she can't bring herself to say anything else. But she starts crying again. He wasn't like that. The guard comes up to comfort her and sets his hand on her shoulder. She immediately throws her arm back with more force than this young elf should be and says, "Don't touch me." She pulls out a blade.
What the fuck did she do to blade?
Now, this blade is covered, like, it's still dripping with blood. And she looks at her brother again and says, "This was yours. At least you'll move on with some memory of us." She lays the blade on his chest, takes his two hands, puts them on top of the blade, and stands up, walks about 2 or 3 steps away before losing it. She crumples to the ground. She is, again, hysterical, almost throwing a tantrum. But at this point, the guard that that was told off for trying to touch her, then just kind of says, all right. Everyone, move along. This is done. Go home. Let us know if there's anything else that happens. We need to be on high alert. There will be guards posted day and night. Come to us if you see anything out of the ordinary. And the crowd starts dispersing a little bit. Little by little, people are peeling off and heading back to their respective places.
Can I go to the little elf? She said she's still crumpled, right?
Yeah, she's folded over. She's on her knees and just weeping into the street.
I'm gonna make my way over to her. I'll let her just, sit. I sit, cross-legged in front of her when she's crumpled, and and I look at her and I ask her. I ask her, like, I know this might be tough to answer, and we really are sorry for what happened to your brother. And you said he did what to your parents?
And again, in hysterics, it takes her a while to try to calm down. She's got that right, that kind of hysterical, like she's having trouble breathing. She calms down enough to say, "He killed them," and goes back into the hysterical stops.
And I shush her, and not shush her, well, not like shush her, but I gently just sit down, and I cautiously try to put my hand on her shoulder and be like, not really say anything, just let her cry because I don't know if words are going to work out. But I kind of do I see any guards near me by any chance?
There are 2 guards that are watching, just to make sure that nothing else is going to happen.
And I asked one of the guards, like, by any chance, do you know where this little one came from?
And he's looking around. No, we don't know where anyone lives here. Everyone's kind of taken up residence somewhere.
Do you notice, like, did we notice there was any trail of blood? Because she said she was covered in blood, right?
No, her dress, her nightgown is stained with ash. It's stained with ash and blood, or what looks like blood. Thank you. And you hear, he killed them, and now I have nowhere to go.
And I look at the little girl. It's like, we can try to find somebody who could look out for you. We have some friends in high places here. What I need you to worry about now, though, just try to find your center. Try to breathe. Let us and let the people around try to figure out what's going on. And if the guard is still there, be like, we have to find where her family is. Mother and father were stabbed or killed by the elf lying on the ground right there.
Yes, of course. And he turns and he orders 3 or 4 of the guards to accompany you, or to come over to where you guys are at. And he assigns the orders, please find out where this girl lives. It looks like we need to examine 2 other bodies.
Oh, wait, can we make, I think the governess would like to talk to the girl if it's possible. Give her some warm clothes, warm food.
I agree. I think we should see the governess.
Yep, she has already been informed, and she should be on her way.
I was just gonna sit down and just wait with the girl, make sure she's calm. And
well, you see, there is a group of people that come up, and they're carrying a cart similar to one that Noeon has seen in his lifetime. It's a simple, it looks like a table that has 2 giant wheels, one on each side, and it's got a little handle in the front that can easily raise and lower the entire thing based on a fulcrum effect. And they load up the body of this elf, and they start towing him or pulling him on the cart across the bridge towards the citadel. And the guards are heading on their way. The guards that are still left, not the 4 that are assigned to you and the girl, are heading in that same direction. They're following this cart. So what are you guys doing?
Most of that whole time, Noeon really didn't do anything until they finally came and took the body, and he almost snaps out of a daze. And then eventually, I'd probably speak up and say, we should get going.
We should.
There's not much I can do anymore.
I start wiping tears out of my eyes, and I say, we need to do our part so that we can prevent this from happening again.
Tube nods his head in agreement with what you guys are saying. And I talk to the guards. It's like, is she going to be okay in your care?
I don't see a reason why she wouldn't. We'll get her home safely. Don't you worry.
And I talk to the little one again. Like, you're going to be cared for. But if you ever down the road need anything, my name is Tube. These are my companions: Talion, Noeon, Dorak. And Daylor, I don't know where our other companion is, but if you need us, mention our names to the governess and let her know that we told you to take care of you.
And she's still just... Well, no, at this point, she has slowly but surely stopped her hysterics. Her eyes, when she looks up at you, and you've seen that look before. The eyes of someone who has lost their will. I guess their will to live, not as if free will, but she is broken. She doesn't say anything, but she just looks up at you and then looks down at the ground. And you could just tell she has run out of tears. At this point, she is just so numb she can't feel anything.
I see that, she's in that place to where she just loses her direction in life, or how she's feeling at the moment. And I realize there's nothing much I can do in that aspect. I had to tell her, be strong, little one. And I stand up and head back to my party. So we headed to the Rainbow Lake.
Yeah.
Dorok's gonna kneel down and grab some dirt and whisper a small prayer for the elf, and then kind of just watch the dirt fall from his hand.
Okay.
And then he's gonna look up and he's gonna be like, "I'm ready."
Has anybody seen Ernwig?
Can I roll a perception check to see if I see him?
Yeah. Anybody who wants to, yes, send me or roll a perception check.
Perception.
Perception.
I only roll good in combat.
I'm very perceptive.
You know what? I'll see.
Somebody got a 24 though. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Me.
Okay. Well,
Still rolling as good as Tubei. With no modifier.
You and I are rolling terribly.
well, Talion, you immediately see that Ernwig is sitting perched on this little podium kind of thing at the end of the bridge. And around him, you see that there are little tiny things, droppings around him. And he's just sitting there perched, just watching.
So the bird's on the perch with droppings around him?
Yes. And everyone else, it takes you a while, but you eventually see him right there. It's not like Talion who's like, oh, there he is, kind of thing. You guys are like, oh, where is he? Oh, there he is. He kind of blends in a little bit to you guys because of the chainmail and the gray stone. And
But I assume we're probably headed back to the house one more time.
The house?
Pick up our gear.
I don't know about what everyone else.
I mean, I don't have my weapons on me. I haven't been toting them around town with me, so
I
definitely
didn't
need
either.
To go get my. I definitely need to go get my.
Oh, I'm just naturally awesome, so I don't need weapons.
Okay. All right, Mr.
No,
Hotshot, okay.
I will need to go back to get my weaponry and everything from the house.
All right, Mr. Can't handle my alcohol. Tone it down over there.
My question is, does Noeon still tripping balls right now?
I have not looked
yeah.
at
24 hours.
The whole thing must have been bizarre.
I've not looked at Tubei's head. I've not looked at Tubei's face this whole time.
But what you saw? What did you see when you look at the dead elf?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
It wasn't as
That's
bad.
for me to know and no one to ever find out.
Are there caltrops? Oh, you didn't see the caltrops, so you wouldn't see if they were moving or not.
No, they're rolling around. They're like little dung beetles moving around on the ground.
So we going to
okay,
go back
so
to the house?
you guys are heading back to the house.
Yeah.
I would
Yes.
like to.
Yeah, I mean, if everyone starts, I'm debating if I aura farm or not. That's what I'm debating right now.
You just sit there, standing still like a
No.
gargoyle as they
No,
walk across the bridge.
Okay, so I'm gonna aura farm. So when they start walking towards the bridge, like to go back to the home, I assume, then I'll start. I'll turn towards home and I'll jump across the rest of the bridge and to the houses and beat them there.
And then you're just standing here on the smokestack or on the chimney.
Yeah, I'll wait
as they walk up.
I'll wait at the roof of the house and look for them to come back.
So Ernwig, you are just standing on the chimney, looking like Batman, as they walk up, and they notice that you were standing on the bridge when they left. You guys make it back to the house. You guys walk inside. You're able to grab your stuff, drop off, leave anything you'd like in your footlockers.
This is Ernwig standing on the smokestack. Anyone's played Assassin's Creed.
There's no hay bale for him to leap off unless he's doing like a superhero landing on the street.
Yeah.
When they enter the house, I descend down the chimney.
Santa.
Here comes Santa Claus.
Okay, yeah, you come out of the fireplace and you are actually covered in dust and soot and cobwebs and everything else
like
in
a
an
smoke bomb
abandoned
goes
chimney.
off.
Yeah, kind of like that.
I
As
just
you
want to
enter
know
the
what
house,
Noeon sees when somebody comes up the chimney.
Big fat Ernwig. Definitely gained a couple pounds. I don't point it out. Your armor
Now I
suddenly
need to
tinted
draw
red.
Ernwig with a Santa hat.
Oh, it's just instead of the helmet, it's just a red hat with eye holes cut out.
So
The body language of Noeon is unsettled, though I'm still not looking at Tube this whole time. Sorry, we can get back to where we were though.
are you guys doing anything in particular, or are you guys just dropping off stuff, getting stuff, and then taking off? You guys each have your own room that's dedicated to you, so you have your own private footlocker. You have, a small area that you can leave your own stuff.
I will be grabbing all of my weaponry and my pack.
Okay.
Quiver, arrows, parchments, all of that. And while I'm waiting for everyone else, I will sit kind of cross-legged at the foot of my bed, and that poppet that my mom made me, I will just kind of stare at it till someone grabs my attention.
Tube is just ready to go, so I'm just gonna sit down in the center of the house and just like meditate, like on a table.
I just gather my notes,
Okay.
organize them in my
Thorax.
backpack, make sure I have enough
Thorax
ink and paper.
Noeon will go grab his things, but every time he gets close to a door, he stops for a second, looks the door up and down, and slowly reaches for the handle, and then runs in, grabs his stuff, comes back out.
Dorok, what were you saying?
I'm just gonna make sure all my weapons are prepped and ready to go.
Well, you guys, Ernwig, are you doing anything in particular?
I'm ready to go. I have everything on me.
Okay. So you guys leave the house, and where are you off to? Is somebody taking lead? Are you all just walking? Who's actually making the decision on which way to turn?
She gave us directions on where it is, right? Like what part of the shadow was north of the city, right?
She said it's somewhere on the northern continent, where it's known for having basically the Rainbow Lake. She doesn't know the name of it, and she's never been there. But Noeon seems to know the name of this place.
I do know that it's on the other side of the water. We need to go north, and he's going to point to what he thinks is north.
And we're at the pool point where real north is.
Okay.
I was off by about 40 degrees.
Do we have a map?
No
I
map.
know someone has been keeping track and drawing different landmarks of your local region. I'm going to assume that Talion speaks up and says, yeah, I kind of know where we're going. We're going back the way that we came. Am I wrong?
So she
Talion?
said we had.
No, you're not wrong. I have sort of a map that I've drawn of most of the things we've
It's a hand drawn of the path that you've taken, so you kind of know the general area back. You know that you've been following a path, and then you have the landmarks to follow. So, I'm going to need you to give me a survival check. It's going to be a DC 10, and you have guidance with Ryufu's redemption.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh no!
Oh my gosh!
You end up on the south side of the city.
Okay. You have advantage. Roll again. Oh, wait. No. You don't need to roll again. You get a 9, but you get the guidance. So, yes, you do pass with the DC 10. Thanks to Unfortunate Tuka. And that works perfectly. Because my only rule is that if you guys are going to redeem things like that, you cannot do it for yourself. You can do it for your teammates, for your party members. You can do it for the DM. You cannot do it for yourself. So what Valor did for Talion was, yeah, you can absolutely do it for me.
That's evil.
I mean,
non-combat though. Personally,
Thank you.
That could get a bit wild.
Thank you, Chief.
I mean, it will be very chaotic, right?
Of course.
Okay.
I'm just gonna give the DM advantage to every attempt to hit us.
No.
You're right.
That's
Every attempt to hit Valor.
I mean,
No.
but yes, so you guys head out, and Talion is able to walk you down the path that you guys were carted in on, because he was actually paying attention. He would check as you're going down the path. He's able to see, like, oh, I remember that spot over there. Okay, we're going the right way. Okay, I remember that spot. Okay, I remember that sand dune that looks like a bow. I remember that one over there. And you guys start making your way back towards Kirit's Landing. So it's a fairly uneventful trip. Takes a couple of days because you're not in the cart. You guys are just walking. You do... No. You didn't ask for one. You didn't procure one. You didn't go out and get anything. So you guys are just set out on foot, because I didn't hear otherwise. As you're leaving, you notice that there are manned guard towers that are a couple 100 meters outside of the gates. So literally, you see how there's farmland here on the southwestern side, outside the mountain, outside the two different gates?
Yep.
There are guard towers here, 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 here. And they are all manned, but they aren't looking outside and trying to protect people from outside invaders. They are all... The guards that are there are not elf, and they are watching the gate. There are no more elves outside the gate. Everyone is inside. And as you set out, there is a group of 2 people that climb down from one of the guard towers, and they approach the group. You see this one guy is very tall and skinny, lanky, lithe body, with a shorter, squatter, more barrel-chested kind of a guy. And the squatter of the two says, "Hello, mates. Where you off to?"
Out of here. Out of your hair.
You don't happen to be smuggling an elf, do you?
Ernwig will look around for any elves.
No.
Nope.
Well, unfortunately, we're gonna need to check. I know the the big ones and the small one are fine, but I'm gonna need you to remove your helmet.
Elf?
Yes, elf.
Ernwig is going to put his hand on the shoulder of the stouter one, and there will be a presence of like sharp static electricity, and I want to roll intimidation if possible.
Ooh, I want to assist.
So
I have something I do.
you want to put your hand on his shoulder and shock him?
No, but there will just be the presence of static electricity. There will be some sort of an unnerving presence emanating from him.
Okay. Then and you're trying to intimidate him or persuade him?
Intimidate.
Intimidate, okay. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to set the DC at a...
I want to help him. I want to cast Minor Illusion and make it sound like thunderstruck when he put his hand on his shoulder.
Okay. Well, then give me advantage on your intimidation, and it's going to be a 14 DC.
Come on. Oh,
Oh, man.
No.
You're going to put your hand on his shoulder, and you're going to spark this static electricity, and this lightning boom, the boom of thunder is going to strike at the same time. And it's going to startle him for a second, but he's like, what was that supposed to do? Show me you're not an elf.
Is my hand still on him? Because I put it on him, like, not aggressively, just, like, on him.
Yes.
Sort of.
He did as he said that is he would step back and brush your hand off of his shoulder. Sorry.
Well, I'm going to turn and look back at what everyone else is doing. And he's going to say, I'm sorry. We were just attacked by one of the elves, and I was not in the mood for any more BS. And he'll offer his hand out, no static electricity, nothing, calmly, just a shake, and say, I'm Ernwig. How can I amend the situation?
He won't shake your hand, and he will repeat, I need you to show me you're not an elf.
Noeon will pipe up from behind. We're not smuggling any elves. We're on, the word, official business. And I'm going to hold up my satchel as it has the little seal, the little symbol of Tassar Visera, the thing she gave us. She can't leave, so we're going for her.
It doesn't make a lick of difference. If you're an elf, and he's looking at you, he's now focusing on what you look like. If you're an elf,
But I'm not.
I'm ordered to kill you.
before anything happens, can Dorok step forward and say, perhaps you should be careful who you threaten. As you can see, none of us are elves.
And are you intimidating? Please give me intimidation.
Yes. Come on, intimidation.
Hold on, Mindz. I would like to give the biggest smile that I can muster.
Mixed signals.
To help him with his intimidation. I would like to give the biggest toothy smile that Noeon can muster.
I'm gonna roll, guys. Oh,
Was I able to help and give him advantage or no?
Yeah, you can give him, well, the 10 would be a 14 total, is what Talion gave him. So with the 14, that's not going to be enough. These guys are here for one reason and one reason only. That is to make sure that they don't let any elves out of the gate. Let's see.
Well, I might as well just let you. I'm gonna walk
wanna-
up towards him. And just
I'm gonna
hold my
push
arms
Talion
out,
while
let
this is
him
all happening.
inspect me. Noeon
Okay.
will walk up and let him inspect him while they are talking to each other.
Okay. Well, they're talking to each other. He is going to hold back your. Do you have your cloak up or no?
I'm still wearing. I believe I'm still wearing Talion's clothes.
You're wearing Talion's cloak.
yes.
Unless I'm
he
giving
is.
it back.
Okay.
Unless I'm
Oh.
giving it back.
Oh well.
Which means I'm exposed.
It's not.
Your hair covering.
Yes. So you hold out your arms and he slides up one arm and sees this skin that you have. He's still not sure if you're, because you kind of look somewhat like an elf or like a human, and you know this. And he's looking at your skin, and he then slides your sleeve down and goes and rolls the other sleeve up.
I go to stop him from moving the left sleeve.
Okay. So
I have to kill these guys.
do you grab his wrist and physically try and stop him? Do you pull your arm away? How are you doing this?
Full arm away.
You pull your arm away.
Mhm.
And he stops and he looks at you and quizzically. Why'd you do that?
And as he says that, can I do something?
Yes.
Just describe the surroundings. Is there an area that's within 15 feet of us that's not going to hit them with anything, but I can cause kind of like a distraction? Because I want to cast Thunder Wave.
You're right at the Thunder Wave. What does Thunder Wave do?
It basically, I'll show you right here.
Aren't you just gonna?
I'm not gonna try to hit him. I'm not gonna try to hit him.
Yes.
I'm not gonna try to hit. I'm trying to hit an area that's not gonna hit him. But if I can move to an area to where I'm so I'll show you what the ability does. You unleash a wave of thunderous energy. Each creature in a 15-foot cube, originating from
from you.
From you makes it from me. So I want to move to a place to where that's not. It's kind of a little bit further away from everybody, not 15 feet, and just like cause a concussion, pretty
Like
much
out
a loud
here.
concussion.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to cause a... Yeah, I mean, they're not paying as much attention to you because they know that you're not an elf.
So I kind of want to be near this tree right here.
Okay.
As he, when they started like talking to us, and I first noticed they were trying to check for elves, and they want to have Ernwood remove his helmet.
Okay.
That's when I want to start like moving over here, and that's how I was going to cast Thunder Wave.
Okay.
Right near
You
the
want to
trees,
go to the base of the tree?
kind of near the base of the tree, not under it, because if it's somebody's gonna fall on me if I did that, but close to it,
I mean, leaves.
and see if we can catch. Yeah,
But-
it might be a freaking branch.
Okay. So you're going to cast Thunder Wave because right now, yeah,
Gonna
you
cast-
are...
Yep.
You are... center's here, so 1, 2, 3, 4... You're like 25 feet away from the tree. So if you want to get to be
Perfect.
within
I
15
don't-
feet of the tree...
I just all right.
let's-
I'll get 15 feet of the tree.
Okay, so it's another... Yeah, 2 or 3 things. So you cast Thunder Wave.
Yep.
And... Thunderous boom is audible.
Nobody has to make a Constitution save. Yeah,
Yep.
300 feet.
So there's a loud crack of thunder. And everyone hears it, and everyone quickly turns to, like they're startled by it. And Tube, I assume you're watching the tower. So as you see the thunder wave emanate, you see everyone just kind of quickly duck for a second and then kind of stand back up and look around at what's going on. Now,
Do
did
the
you?
guards that were near our friends do anything?
I mean, they're startled, so they kind of again they duck and then they get back up cautiously. But they don't seem to be phased at all.
Kind of hoping that they would get some kind of distraction so we can just get around them and stop what they're doing.
There's like 5 or 6 guard towers. It's going to be very difficult for this.
Hellion, come here real quick. Guards get close. They'll see this. And I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion.
Okay.
To make her ears look like human ears.
Okay. I believe my
It lasts for a
illusion
minute.
allows you to do that, right?
It does. I can post it again if you want me to.
It's as long as he doesn't move, or he doesn't move. I'm pretty sure.
Minor
Yeah, as
illusion.
long as I stay in place.
Sound or an image
If
of
you
an
can
object
study-
within range that lasts for the duration. Oh, hold on. I forgot to post it. My bad. There you go.
No, I just scrolled up. I'm looking at it now. So, if a creature takes a study action to examine the sound or image, the creature can determine that it's an illusion with a successful intelligence check. If a creature discerns the illusion for what it is, it becomes faint to the creature. Okay.
I'm making it like an image that's like covering their ears.
Yep. You're just adding more hair. It rounds off the ears and adds more hair, and that's the illusion. Okay.
Yeah. Like they can touch. If they touch it, they'll feel that it's pointy ears, but it looks like regular ears.
Okay. So they are still. There's the tall, lanky one is examining Noeon, and he asks Noeon, "Prove to me that you're not an elf." And the shorter, squatter one is looking at Ernwig, saying the same thing. How do I know you're not an elf? Because you're covered head to toe in armor. So how
When,
are you two
when
reacting to that?
When Noeon jerks his hand back, he's gonna say, "Elves like Redelia have pointed ears. I do not have those," and I'm gonna pull my hair back, make sure it's visible, and flick my ear. That is the easiest way to find one.
Okay, so you flicked your ear. And the guard sees that, and he goes, "You're still a little off, but I can accept that. I haven't seen an elf with docked ears. All right, you can go." And then he steps up
Walk
to
past.
Talion. And as he's walking to Talion, the shorter, squatter one is still waiting for Ernwig to prove that he's not an elf. So, are you going to show me your ears too?
I don't wish to show you my face for anonymity's sake. And he'll pull back his sleeve, and you can see his dark blue skin, even darker than a sea elf would be. So I don't want to hear any of that. And is this sufficient?
And he looks, and you see that he is taken aback by this bright, vibrant blue skin. And he goes, "Well, unless you got stuck cleaning toilets, you certainly aren't an elf. You're also fatter than one. Go on."
Ernwig will give him a look at that comment, and he will say, "Here." And he will offer his forearm out. You can even check if it's paint.
Well, he licks his thumb, and he starts rubbing trying to see if he can rub off some sort of makeup or paint or something on your skin.
I'm gonna shock him.
Okay. Using what ability?
Well, I was just gonna do it for flavor's sake, but I'll shock and grasp him for that.
Oh no.
I mean, well, shock and grasp would be an attack. If you're just shocking him for the flavor, for the shock factor of
It's
it.
for flavor.
Okay. Then that's fine. So as he's doing it, like, there is a shock, and he's like, "What'd you do?"
Told you I'm not an elf.
Oh, go on. Leave me alone. And he walks up to you, Talion. Now, the two of these guys are literally staring you in the face, side by side. Now
So
you...
can Dorak go up to one of them and then be like, "All right, my turn," so he can like distract one of them. And so he's gonna like walk up to like the stout one, or actually he's gonna walk up to the lithe one because he's
The lithe one, okay.
Like, all right, yeah, you can check my ears too. And then Dorak's just gonna like lean towards him. And just,
That
like,
one's
put
painted
his
gray.
face, like, right next to it. Hoping to distract at least one of them while the other checks out Talion.
Well, the tall, lanky one turns to you and says, "What are you doing? I know you're not an elf.
But you said you needed to check.
We need to check the other elves."
That does seem kind of racist.
Are you saying just because I'm so large, incredibly massive, that I couldn't be an elf?
Flexing at the end of the sentence.
And he just looks at you, and he's kind of become flustered. He doesn't know what to say. Fine, show me your
just
ears.
To add to the chaos of the interaction, I'll say he clearly can't be, right? You're not an elf. You told me you weren't.
And then Dorak's gonna like lean over and show him his ears proudly.
Okay.
And
No.
then he's gonna be like, "See?
Yes, I know. You're not an elf. You're not an elf. Okay, move along. And he starts to turn around.
And then Dorak's gonna grab his shoulder. He's like, "Now him." And then he's gonna point over to Tube. He's like, "Check him now."
And I say something in Elvish when he comes over. I basically say he's like a whole sentence in Elvish.
The shorter one is still taking a look at Talion. The taller, lanky one is now checking everybody at Dorak's insistence. Now him. So he turns and he sees the aqua-skinned Goliath, and he's like, "All right, show me your ears." And we're gonna cut back over to the shorter, squatter elf, who is now. You could tell he's got this confidence, like, "I'm gonna find me an elf." Like, he's just got that feel about him. All right, your turn. How are you gonna prove you're not an elf?
Can I roll a deception check and just be like, "Ears, see, right there, not an elf. Everyone else has round ears. I have round ears. See, I'm not an elf."
Now, he's gonna go,
Would that be persuasion?
"Well, you can give me a persuasion check, and you give it to me at advantage, and it's going to be a contested check. You have,
Against his investigation.
yeah, it's going to be his investigation at advantage because of Dr. Funnut, and yours is going to be at advantage I give disadvantage on the persuasion, so normal check. Okay.
Fine,
What
no,
is
it's
who
not.
is this?
That's-
Who is this
Fine.
guy?
Fine. Anti-fun for Tally.
Okay, so
Ooh,
16.
That's not bad though.
So now I will give you guys the choice. Do you want me to roll with advantage in the dice tower so only I see it and I will show you guys after session? Or do you want me to roll it publicly?
No,
Good
you gotta
try,
show it.
teacup.
You gotta
Good
show it.
try.
I personally want public. I think that'd be fun.
Whoa.
Yeah, public is way better.
Because this is gonna make or break the next 20 minutes or a couple hours.
Well,
Yeah, I'm gonna ready
We only have
frostbolt.
1 hour left, bro. We only have 1 hour left tonight.
This is either gonna bleed into the next session or be done in the next 5 minutes.
well, unfortunate teacup has given me disadvantage. So it's now back to a normal roll.
A regular basic. Yeah.
So regular
Yes.
basic. And this guard has average intelligence, so it's going to be a +0. So he needs to beat a 16
Alright.
on a straight roll.
Yes!
Oh. Oh. The amount of
So-
stress that just left all of us.
So he looks at you and he looks at your ears and he kind of turns his head and goes around to the side and he's like, well, yeah, all right. You're not an elf. You've convinced me. Move along.
And I just let out like the shakiest fucking exhale you have ever heard in your life. And have a wonderful have the day you deserved, sir. Just start walking away.
And you say it exactly like that?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Oh
Don't say it
no!
like that. You gotta act confident the entire way.
No, I don't.
How do you say
I
it?
say
No,
it
you
with
don't.
much more confidence.
Have the confidence you know you have.
I say it with a bit more confidence, a lot less snark. Just a thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we shall see you when we return.
And
And like when I shift like the brooch from Lady Tessara Visera, like just kind of glints as kind of that reminder of official business.
well, he's turned his back to you, and he's gone on to try and stop this distraction of his taller, lankier fellow guard. And
So,
he doesn't hear
Dorak,
what you say.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
so when he turns, can Dorak, like, seeing that Talion's free, like, insist that now they inspect Valor?
Do you want to continue
Just
this?
to, like, complete the idea of fairness. Just he's gonna say, now check him. He's last.
And
Italian, I do suggest you move closer to us.
and the
Yeah.
squat
Yeah.
and the shorter guard is just gonna grab the taller guard and yank him over to the side and be like, "What are you doing? Clearly he's not an elf. Stop wasting time. Get your eyes back on the gate. They're all clean."
How are we sure you're not an elf? You look like a knife here to me.
He is an elf, isn't he?
And he looks at you. He sizes you up. He looks at himself and goes, "I'm fatter than you are. There's no way I'm an elf."
Well, sitting in a guard
And then
tower,
Dorak-
you gain a few pounds.
Oh my god.
And he takes a step forward and says, "Would
Everyone will
you
take a step
like
forward.
to spend a night in jail?"
I sleep in the dirt. Would you want to join me?
Sounds like you're gonna murder him, dude. He told him he's gonna take a dirt nap.
And he looks at you like, I can't tell if that's a threat or not. Are you asking me to
Dorak
sleep
before
with
he
you?
just be-
Like I said, you're a knife here, so I'll pass.
Now you're just throwing insults around.
It wouldn't hurt if you weren't an elf.
You racist bastard.
Can I? Dorak's just gonna grab Ernwig and just like pull him. He's just big. All right, time to go.
How dare you compare me to that filth?
Didn't he just call you racist? And then he doesn't want to be compared to that film.
Maybe it was a compliment.
Are you saying that to the guard?
No, I was talking about what Tupe said.
Go on, get. We need to get back to work. And then
And I want to go back to him in Elvish, go fuck himself, and then walk.
And he doesn't respond at all.
It'd be a dead giveaway if he responded.
Right?
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
It would be a dead giveaway.
they climb back up to their guard tower and they start watching the gate again. And you guys are free to go. Now, Talion, once you get closer to the next bridge here, you seem to realize that you are now free-ish. The feeling, the pit in your stomach seems to have died down a little bit. So you guys were able to evade capture for the time being. And you set your way back towards Kirith's Landing. Takes you about 2 days. You guys are able to find yourself back at Salt Crow Lane.
You all still got that five gold from the fucking cops so we can go get our free fucking beers?
Yeah.
My question is there still a bloodstain where the elf popped?
Popped is a crazy way to phrase that, but it's so true. Popped like a fucking pimple.
That's insane.
So yes, you guys are here at Salt Crow Lane. How, where are you guys going? What are you doing? The salt-crusted air now assaults your nostrils once more.
I'm gonna.
So I
Dorak's
take it we'll
gonna
need to
turn-
find transport to the north.
We need a ticket.
That.
Who did I give my
Um,
old ticket to?
I think you gave it to me.
I think I gave it to you.
Yeah, but there are people walking about, right? There's seafarers out there and whatnot that we can ask if we know exactly where this place is.
Say that one more time.
So we're trying to go to the Rainbow Lake or Aliona. Is there anybody out and about that we can ask if they know exactly which way to head? Because we have a gist where it is, but we don't know exactly where it is.
I mean, there's plenty of people out and about. It's now probably traveling from there. You've gotten here at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So, I mean, there are people working the docks. You hear there's people inside the tavern.
All right, so do you guys want to go into tavern? Or does one of us want to go out and try to ask for directions? How do we want to do this?
I guess Dorok
I
will
can
just
go
be
talk
like,
to. Sorry.
he'll just be like, Tube, you've traveled by sea before. How are we doing this?
Well, I say we talk to the people working on the docks and see if we can catch somebody who would possibly know which way to go first, and then see if we need to catch a boat or a ship, if we can get transfer onto a ship or charter a ship. I can go and
Dark's
do
just
that if you
gonna
guys want me
nod.
to.
And then he's going to be like, sounds like a good idea. I will be at the bar waiting for you. And then he's going to be like,
I've done this.
come on, Vaylor, let's do this. And he's going to start walking towards the bar.
Noeon's gonna pipe back to Tube before the other two walk away. I've done this before. I can get us tickets.
Well, join along then.
I give Noeon a couple of gold pieces for my ticket, and I go, considering the fact that I was just almost murdered, I'm going to go have an ale. I'll be at the pub. I'll see you when you're done. And I just turn around and start walking.
As she walks away, or as Talion walks away, he walks away. No one attacked him. How much gold do you give me, by the way, so I can keep track?
2 gold pieces.
2 gold? Or
Just in
And then
case.
seeing
'cause I don't know how
Talion
much the tickets
give-
will be.
Give you gold for the ticket. Dork's going to like stop and be like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. And he's also going to give some gold to you for some
how
tickets.
much? So I can keep track.
He'll give you 4, so you can buy both him and Vaylor some tickets.
So I got 52 now.
Okay.
And then I guess me and Tube are going to head to the docks to try to get some tickets and figure out a ship to Aliona.
Okay. So you guys make your way to the docks, and you head down Saltcrow Lane. So let me drag Noeon and Tube. You guys you're gonna come with too? Okay. And then,
Yeah, I was thinking about finding some place to gamble, but then I realized I'd probably lose all my gold.
probably wouldn't be a good idea considering you need the gold for the passage. So you guys,
I could have twice as much gold.
You could, absolutely could. Now, you guys make your way to this building that you're kind of standing at the corner of, and there is a familiar dockmaster here. This time he's not on the docks, but he's actually behind the counter of a window here. You see the dockmaster, and he's got 3 ledgers in front of him, as you have seen before. And he's got these really thick glasses, and he's not paying too much attention. He kind of notices that you guys have come up to the window, goes, yeah, where you off to?
Noeon will speak up.
Go ahead.
Sorry, unless you were going to speak up first.
No, you're perfect. Go ahead.
Okay. We're going to Aliona. I need 6 tickets, please.
Aliona? Where in the world is Aliona?
The northern continent.
And he looks up at you.
Right? Continent.
And he stops looking at his ledgers. He stops writing. And he looks up at the 3 of you and adjusts his glasses. He goes, boy, do you know how many ports there are on the northern continent that we go to?
Nope.
There's an awful
answer.
lot. So where are you trying to go?
One of
we
the
don't
capital
go
cities.
to Aliona.
Ernwig will. Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
Okay. Ernwig will show him his old ticket so that from here to there.
Mm-hmm.
We need this in reverse.
In reverse. Okay. So the old ticket came from. Do you remember the name of it?
Does his go to the northern continent as well?
It might.
I know my ticket did.
Yeah. It does.
So,
I don't remember the name of the port, but I know if you showed me a map of the world, I could ping it.
yes, you came from Driftwood Harbor. Now, Noeon came from a different place.
That's what I'm double checking.
So the dock,
Seabreeze.
Noeon,
I sure as hell did not come
yeah.
from there.
Noeon, you came from Seabreeze Haven. That's correct. So, as Ernwig, as you hand over the ticket, he goes, "All right, so you're going to Driftwood Harbor. Six tickets to Driftwood Harbor. Is that what you need?"
I'll look over the
Well,
Noeon.
What would be closer to the capital?
The capital. Which capital
Of the
are we
northern
discussing?
Aliona.
I have
Does
no
the
idea where
name
Aliona
the
is.
Rainbow Lake mean anything?
No. Stares you dead in the face. Now I have ports all over the northern continent. You need to tell me which one is closest to where you are, or to where you're going. We've got Mariner's Haven, we've got Fazport, we've got Seabreeze. I just want to make sure I say it right.
Fazport?
Yeah, there's Fazport. And he looks at you, as if expecting something. This was actually
Goddamn.
Fazport was made by a streamer friend named Lady Faz. So it was a place that she designed. And it's Phas. But yeah, he goes, I got Mariner's Haven. No
Faz
pizza.
with a PH. Get it right.
Yes. I've got Mariner's Haven.
Noeon.
I've got Fazport. I've got Seabreeze Haven. I've got Southport. I've got Brineport. I've got Driftwood Harbor. I've got what's the other one? Harbor Mist. I've got Driftshade. We've got Pine Wharf and Brineport. Which one would you like to go to?
I'll speak up and say, well,
So you want to go to Seabreeze Haven, not Driftwood Harbor?
do you have a map of the ports?
I do not. I keep track of the books.
Where's your ticket, Noeon?
Tube has it.
And I pull out the ticket to show it to the Earl again. Did you already show him the? Should I show him the ticket?
You did not show him the ticket. Only Ernwig handed over his ticket and said, "We need this in reverse."
Or we could do my ticket in reverse.
Well, your ticket in reverse is going to be Sea Haven, isn't it?
Seabreeze
Seabreeze or
Haven.
Driftwood. We don't know which one's
Seabreeze.
closer.
Noeon, do you have any familiarity with Aliona by any chance?
I mean, that's where Raydelia found me.
So I'm more inclined to follow where you went from. So, and I show the ticket to the individual. It's like this came from Seabreeze, Sea Haven, right?
You're showing the ticket?
Yep.
He looks at it. He goes, "Yes, this was from Seabreeze Haven to here."
So I think it's best if we go the route that you went on, Noeon. So 6 tickets for Seabreeze Haven. Is that correct, guys?
It pains me to say that our fate hinges on Noeon, but yes, I agree.
That's crazy.
Jesus.
I'm gonna turn 6 tickets to Seabreeze Haven.
Unfazed or phased?
Unfazed.
Does not take insults.
Are you sure?
I didn't know you were insulting me. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
That'll be 12 gold, please.
I got it. And I'm gonna start digging around, and I'm gonna pull out exactly 12. It takes me a second to count it, but I pull out 12.
Okay. Well, you pull out the 12 gold. You hand it over to that.
Yep.
And he then writes down and fills out these tickets and hands you 6 pieces of paper that do indeed say Kirith's Landing to Seabreeze Haven. Says, you're lucky, but you'll only get on the boat fast. They leave in about 40 minutes.
Okay.
All right. So 40 minutes, you say, huh? I guess we're gonna need to go to the tavern and pick up the other 3.
Don't dilly-dally. They board 30 minutes ahead of time, so you have about 10 minutes total. Have a safe trip. Don't get lost at sea.
Tube and Noeon.
Yeah.
I think it would be best if you two stayed here, since I'm slightly quicker, and I will go retrieve them.
I think that's a gnarly idea.
Okay.
You think it's a horrible idea?
Gnarly.
Yeah, it's
Gnarly idea.
He's thinking like it's a messed up, bad idea. That version of gnarly.
I just
Okay.
put up both my thumbs like, good idea.
And and he will run off towards the tavern.
As you leave, I'm gonna wave. Peace be on you.
He will give him a thumbs up as he's running away.
So, while the ticket shenanigans are happening, we have Dorak, we have Valor, and we have Talion going to the bar. Or the tavern. You guys see the sign has not changed. Inside, there are a bunch of people just drinking and carrying on and whatnot. What are you guys doing for the 10 minutes or so that they're gone?
I'm going straight for a fucking ale.
Perhaps, Valor, if you would like to start drinking, a normal ale would be good.
No. I think I actually want to take a break from drinking altogether.
Well, that won't stop me. And Dorak's gonna go straight for the bar. And ask for a. He's gonna look at the sizes of them, and he's gonna look at the pint, and he's gonna be like, "Do you have anything bigger?"
And the bartender's gonna look at you. And he's gonna look at the tankard. He's gonna go, yeah, the only thing that we've got bigger would be for you to buy the entire cask.
That'll do.
All right, that'll be 75 gold, please.
That won't
Dorak's
work.
gonna nod, and then he's just gonna like turn over to Valar. He's gonna look back, and he's gonna be, you know what? These cups are fine. The sizes, though small, will be more than enough for me. I need a quick.
How
drink.
much was the tankard again?
You were asking the tankard?
Yeah, how much was it again? The big one?
A tankard is 3 gold.
And then a whole cast is 75.
5.
Ooh! Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, he's
I mean,
just
the
gonna get a
cask
regular.
is a big barrel.
3 gold is pretty expensive for alcohol too, though.
Yes. But it's their famous
Yeah,
salt-crusted ale. It was only 2 gold for the potions and sizzle frizzle.
Yeah, Dark's gonna be like, he's like as nonchalant as he can be. He's just gonna be like, a tankard is a good size, actually. Now that I think about it, we need to run shortly, so this will do. And he's gonna slide 3 gold over.
So yeah, you slide over the gold, and they give you a tankard of sea-crusted ale. Or salt-crusted ale, excuse me. And the salt-crusted ale is... It's hard to describe. You have this salty, bitter foam with this almost a sour note on the ale itself, but it works. It is something that by the time, do you down it or are you just sipping it?
Dark doesn't sip. He's gonna down this thing.
Okay, you down it, and it actually goes down very smooth. From the first taste, you didn't expect it to work so well, but the flavors kind of jumbled up and they melded together, and it was delicious. And at the end, give me a Constitution saving throw. Okay, with the 13, you are thirstier than when you started. The salt in this ale makes you extraordinarily thirsty.
Dark's just gonna laugh. He's just I can see why this is so famous. As he like sets the empty tankard down, and he's gonna look very tempted to get another one. He's gonna kind of like take a glance at Valor.
Okay.
And then he's just gonna be like, should I do this? I'm gonna roll for myself. Let's see if he gets it.
Okay.
Let's do wisdom. Okay, he's gonna hold off. He's gonna say, pity I can't stay long. Perhaps just some water until our companions come get us.
Yeah, sure. And he takes a glass and fills it. It's another tankard, because all they have are tankards here. He takes a tankard and slides it over to you. There you go. And, what can I get you, man? And he's talking to Talion.
I'll take a tankard, please, of the, what he had.
The salt-crusted ale. All right. And he fills up a tankard and slides it, or doesn't slide it, but he sets it on the bar and pushes it in your direction. That'll be 3 gold, please.
I give him the gold,
Okay.
and I fucking chug it.
All right. Give me a... This is going to be a Constitution roll. Just a straight-up Constitution.
Oh! That's our second one this session!
That's crazy.
Oh my lord.
You need to throw those in the smelter. Just get rid of those.
I'm on it! I'm on it! I'm on it!
Well,
We should really
I'm
have
on
a
it.
smelter count.
Dr. Funda also gave disadvantage anyways.
Nailed it.
Oh, but hey, look! I got the lucky 333 for my smelt. So
Oh, very true.
333.
Okay, so with the natural one, you try to chug it and you end up choking on the liquid as you eventually get it down, but it's not a fast chug. Had you rolled well, I was going to say that you actually down it faster than Dorok did. But no,
Does it
you
come out of her nose?
a little bit does, but she's just, well, he is just kind of literally like he tilts the tankard back and it's sort of spilling out over your mouth. It's coming up out of your nose and it's just, you're swallowing, you're drinking more of it than you're losing, but it's not a pleasant experience, should I say?
Dork's gonna pat Talion on the back when he sees after she's done chugging, just be like, "That was good."
And Talion, you have a very, very strong sense of thirst. You are now much more thirsty than when you started. But
yeah,
as unpleasant as the experience was, it did taste delicious.
I'm gonna order a water.
Okay. Well, the bartender pours you a glass of water and does the same thing. So you now have a glass of water in your hand. And Valor, you're just having water as well, right?
Yeah, I'm having water.
Okay. Then you guys are all drinking your water as Ernweig shows up. And Ernweig, you come through the tavern door and you see the three of them sitting at the bar, Valor standing on the stool, and they all have a glass of water in their hand.
We gotta get going.
And then Dork's gonna be like, "Sounds good," and then he's just gonna down his water.
Oh yeah, let's cut out.
Do I have to roll to not choke on my water too?
With the natural one,
Now that you said something,
I'm tempted to say yes because of the natural one, but no, you do not. You're not going to chug it, but you're just going to drink it fast. How's that?
I kind of want to anyway, though.
By all means, give me a Constitution saving throw then.
Where's the young fool that is?
There you go.
That was one facet away
go.
from that. Okay, well, Dr. Fun Knight, go ahead and redeem your disadvantage.
Oh
Redeem
no.
the disadvantage, Uncle. Do it. Do it.
There it is, disadvantage, but you rolled a 12. So, with the 12. So, with your +2, that gives you a 14 instead of a 15. And you are able to successfully chug your water without choking. So, congratulations on surviving.
Yay. Huzzah.
I mean,
Me.
if you started dying because of trying to drink water, I don't know what I would do. That would actually stun me. So, Ernweig comes in, says, "All right, guys, we need to go." So you guys chug your water. Valor, are you doing the same thing?
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing.
Okay.
Sorry, I keep muting myself.
That's okay.
Chug.
Okay, so you guys finish your water and you follow him directly to the docks.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys all make it to the docks, and you see that there is a single ship in port. And you see at the top of the gangplank there is a dragonborn, and he is He's got a clipboard in his hand, and he's just watching for people walking up to the boat. As you guys walk up the gangplank, he says, "Oh, more passengers. Tickets, please."
Oh, I believe one of ours purchased our tickets for us. Did we see Noeon?
Yeah, you guys are all together.
Oh,
Yeah, we're all together.
I have this, or I'm assuming I passed out the tickets.
Yep.
I don't want to keep up with them. And I'll show my ticket as I approach the boat. The guy at the boat.
Okay. He will take your ticket, and he will say, "All right, off to Seabreeze Haven, I see. Yep, you're allowed on. Then, please find your cot." And this ship looks very similar to the ship that you've already been on, Noeon. So you know exactly where to go to find your quarters. And he
Is it
starts
a little bigger? Or about the same? Is it a little bigger or about the same?
It's about the same. It might be a little bigger than the one that you were on. Instead of, fitting like 12 to 15, maybe this one might fit like 20 people.
Okay.
And the Dragonborn, next please, and takes all of your tickets, and eventually you guys are led on board. Everybody that has been on a ship, which I believe is at least half of you, know exactly what this ship is, what it looks like. Again, it's the very similar thing. You have the two raised decks. You have the middle deck, which is slight, it's about 8 feet, 9 feet shorter than the two raised things in the front and the back of the ship. There's a hold down below. And the quarters for the 2 or the 3 people that have been on the ship so far are towards the front of the ship. Captain's quarters are in the back.
cool.
So, are you guys doing anything in particular before you set out?
I'm not. I'm just gonna go down to the quarters.
To the quarters, okay. And the quarters are just going to be towards the front of the ship. And inside that quarters, there are a bunch of hammocks kind of hanging, from the ceiling with a footlocker underneath in case you have anything you need to put there, weapons, armor that you don't want to sleep in or sleep with. And if nobody has anything in particular, the ship sets sail.
What time is it when we're like pulling out of port?
Pulling out of port at about 2 o'clock.
Okay. Noeon, before the ship gets like properly going, is gonna stand on the port, not on the port, on the
bow
side of the ship, wherever it is facing the sun.
Okay.
And for the first time, choose the time in which he puts his head down very slightly and says his little prayer.
Okay. Well, you are going to be on the port side of the ship, the left side, as the ship is heading towards the north.
And Tubei basically just is at home. Like he is at his own comfort level on the ship, so he's going to be basically out on near the front of the ship, starboard side of the ship.
Okay.
And just take a deep breath in, let the ocean sense calm him down, and he just breathes out. And this is his comfort zone.
Yeah, you certainly feel at home. Yes?
Has Baylor ever been on a ship with his parents?
You may have been on a ship long, long ago. Your parents have been with the current thing, with their current employer for at least a decade. So you would have been like 4 or 5 the last time you were on a ship you might remember, small things, but this is probably the first time that you know of that you have been on a ship and can remember in detail. So you start to feel this entire ship. It's like you're in a building that's rocking constantly. I don't know how your character would feel about this.
Can I ask if I can help on the crow's nest?
Yeah.
Keep watch, because they keep watch up there, right?
Yes. So you're going to look up and you're going to see at the top of the mast, of the center mast, there's a little bucket. And you see that there are rope ladders leading up to it. It's above the sails. It's very high up there. And you see the crew that's manning the ship. And there's actually somebody up there. So you approach the first person you see that has these purple like tunics, sleeveless shirts with blue pants and a red sash.
Okay.
If somebody remembers, please let me know. So you see that there's a couple of these crewmen that are wearing the same outfit. So you asked one, hey, can I go up in the crow's nest? He goes, you're new on a ship, yeah? Well, you're more than welcome to, but are you afraid of heights? And you see that it's a pointed question. He's looking at your height, and he's like, are you sure you're not afraid of heights?
Well, I don't think so. My brother lets me ride on his shoulder all the time. I think I like climbing up and like seeing what other people can't see, I guess. So I think, and I look up at the crow's nest, I'd like to feel taller than everybody else.
And you see, when you say, my brother lets me ride on his shoulder, you see him kind of like holding his hand up about his shoulder height. He's like, huh? Right? He's got that confused look on his face.
That one there is my brother, and I point at Dorok.
And Dorok is just standing on this boat in awe. And he's just like, keeps turning in circles, looking at everything, just like, what is all of this?
He is your brother?
Anyway, about the crow's nest.
If you don't kill yourself, by all means, go ahead and climb up there. If you fall off the boat, we're not turning around. So, good luck.
Okay. Do I have to roll for something?
You will need to give me... yeah, you'll need to roll me an acrobatics check.
Oh, boy. Oh, wait.
Oh, please don't nat one this.
Somebody please give him advantage.
Dorok will.
It's a halfling. I mean, you could try to have Dorok throw you up there.
Can you imagine?
Cannonball special it?
Oh,
that's 20! Yeah!
Oh, man.
Oh my god. So you hop up onto the railing, and you just kind of... So this guy's just watching you, and he's got this big shit-eating grin like, this fool is gonna kill himself, and I'm not gonna feel bad at all, because I warned him about this. And you hop up on the railing, and you grab the outside of the ladder, and you start climbing up. And the gap between the rungs of this ladder are about as tall as you are for the first couple of them. So you use your one hand on the vertical part of this rope ladder, and you pull yourself up as you jump and grab the next one. And then you pull yourself up, and then you do the same thing, and you work your way up to the crow's nest. About halfway up, you just kind of look down and give this guy a shit-eating grin, like... told you so. And you see his grin. He's looking up. He's like, oh. And then he turns around like shucks and walks off. obviously displeased at your
Agility.
excellent balance and agility. Correct. So you make it up to the top of the ship, and you are on top of the world. You feel like you're on top of like a pyramid. You can see so much. You look down, and Dorok looks to be the size of the tip of your pinky.
Can
Alright,
Dork shout like, Valor, can you see me up there?
I
can see my ass from here.
Every day. Ian, here's the question: how big is the crow's nest in depth? I would think it would have to be big enough if an average-sized person is not going to tip over when they're up there. Can he see over the crow's nest?
Well, that's the thing. The crow's nest,
Holes in it.
it has balusters around it.
Okay.
It's not a bucket. So yes, he can see over there. Or you can see through the slats in this place. So yes, you can see.
Does he have to see if the wind blows him away?
I'm gonna say no because there's not a lot of wind yet.
Do it just test
However,
an athletic check
that-
against the wind?
Yes, and because there is parts that are windy on the sea here, but for today you're still in the channel. You're still within the Duneland Strait, so there is not a lot of wind yet because you are surrounded up by mountains on both sides. But you can see as the ship starts going, it's actually heading south through the Duneland Strait. So the ship takes off, and you guys are just kind of resting, relaxing, enjoying the view. Some of you for the first time, others because it's very peaceful and you seem to be much more comfortable on a ship knowing that nothing is going to happen. Or is it? We are going to end session there.
No.
So you guys have made it to the ship. You guys are on your way to the northern continent. If you are going in the right direction, nobody knows. Only I do. Thank you all for playing, and we will see you next week, the 21st. Yeah. Thank you everybody for coming by. Thank you for all the raids tonight. We had Lazy Dog. We had High Fantasy TV. We had Maltheon. We had all sorts of people coming in and chatting for the first time. We have Dr. Funnut for causing all sorts of chaos and heart palpitations and tension. That very well played, sir. I commend your ability to wreak havoc and terrorize you. We hope to see you.
Too.
I was going to say we hope to see you every week because that makes everything much more fun or much more stressful depending on your perspective.
Little column A, little column B.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. It's a bento box, really. But yes, we will see you all next week. Thank you again for tuning in, and have a wonderful holiday weekend and a happy Valentine's Day for everybody celebrating tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Side by side.